Well, let's have a word with Sharon, because she has a bit of a problem with her mum, who's 85. Hello, Sharon.
Hi, Phil.
Hiya.
Hi.
What's the problem?
It's not a problem in as much, it's just the opposite side of the coin.
Yeah.
My mum is 85, lives alone, and is constantly telling me how lonely she is. But on the other hand, she has been offered numerous things that she can do: clubs, lunch clubs, befriending services visiting her home, invites to groups, other people invite her, and she refuses to go. So it's sort of along the line, you can lead a horse to water and you can make all sorts of suggestions, but I can't drag her there
So
by
is
the
she?
hair.
Do you think she's is she shy, or is she lacking confidence?
I mean, maybe a bit, but even sort of people that she's known will invite her, and she still would rather stay in the confines of her own home, which seems a shame. You
Yeah,
know,
it does.
she's making herself housebound.
Although
Yeah,
I imagine that's something you've heard many times before. This
Yes.
is probably quite a common thing.
It is, and I think, as we were saying earlier, the whole confidence, when people have been on their own, really does, it affects their confidence. Sharon, I would say that we have that with a lot of people who come along to our tea parties, and sometimes it really is them just taking that first step. We do sometimes find that actually some of their relatives will come with them. So maybe an opportunity would be for Sharon to come along with her mother so that she gets her into the habit of going along
good
to
idea.
something. So at least she's taken that first step, and then hopefully she can then carry on her own.
Because if you went to one of those tea parties with your relative that you would take, your mum or your dad or whatever, and then sort of introduce, and you're with them throughout the start, and then watch and see how they start to chat, and then
Yes.
drift back, and then to start talking to someone else, and you keep an eye on them, and eventually
Yes.
then they're almost self-sufficient in there.
That's right. And we find our volunteers, I mean, we've got some amazing volunteers, and they really do make people feel welcome. So it's that step, Sharon going with her mother probably, and then letting her mother go off on her own.
Do you think that might help, Sharon?
It might help, but to be honest, knowing my mum as many years as I have, I don't think she would probably carry on without me. But it might be worth a go.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
it a go. You never
definitely.
know. It might just grab
Yes.
her enough to make her want to go back.
Or maybe she could... Is she quite mobile?
No, she's not, so she would require transport. But she
What
has
about
dealt
in
with
her
that
own
the
home?
past.
Is she mobile within her own? The reason I'm saying that is that could she host a little tea party so that she doesn't have to go anywhere, but people around her could maybe come in just every month and have a cup of tea with her?
She did do that for a while. She had the befriending service called on her, but she got fed up with that and said she didn't want strange people in her house anymore.
Difficult,
Right.
isn't it?
Sort of put
Yeah.
a block on that.
It's going to be tricky to get her a good telly, I think.
We'll be her friends.
It's going to be tricky. Thank you very much.
Thank you.